are providing only 20% video as a part of promotion. For remaining 80%, that is 6 to 8 articles, current affairs video and general studies complete videos, please subscribe to our complete package. 1. India prepares to import corn for the first time in 16 years. Things getting tougher for India, as it does not allow cultivation of any genetically modified food, and has rules that are supposed to ensure that imports contain no trace of GMOs. Will this mission of getting the shipment completely free of genetically modified organisms, GMOs, be accomplished? Why Indian food imports should be GMOs free? What is the way forward for India? What is genetically modified, GM, food? What might be the adverse effect of genetically modified foods? GS Paper 3, Issues related to agriculture. Why Indian food imports should be GMOs free? India does not allow cultivation of any genetically modified food, and has rules that are supposed to ensure that imports contain no trace of GMOs. But an explosion in the use of GM crops worldwide means that purity grade has become harder to attain. Even a shipment containing a handful of genetically altered seeds could cross-pollinate with local varieties and mean that in India's case farmers end up illegally growing GM crops. The biggest risk of accepting anything less than 99 or 100% is that the imported GM corn may eventually get mixed with conventional seeds that farmers sow in India. Any GM seed gets mixed here, it will spoil the entire Indian agriculture. India can buy non-GMO corn, especially out of the Black Sea region. But no one can guarantee shipments with zero presence of GMOs. What is the way forward for India? Shrinking arable land, volatile weather and the world population tipped to top 9 billion by 2050 are increasing pressures to plant GM crops to boost yields and protect from pests. India should speed up efforts to embrace GM foods after China took a step towards this with its bid for Swiss transgenic seed developer Syngenta. But public and political opposition in India remains strong amid fears they could compromise food safety and biodiversity. India must reject cargoes from suppliers who promise to provide corn that is only 99.1% free of GM organisms. What is genetically modified, GM, food? Fusion of cells beyond the taxonomic family that overcome natural physiological reproductive or recombinant barriers, and that are not techniques used in traditional breeding and selection. There are two main types of GM crops. The first is herbicide tolerant or HT. It is designed to survive being sprayed with a weed killer. The second type of GM crops is insect resistant or IR. These produce proteins that destroy the guts of certain insects that eat them, so they die. What might be the adverse effect of genetically modified foods? Inserting an exotic gene into a GM plant could cause it to produce toxins at higher levels that could be dangerous to humans. A genetically modified plant could theoretically have lower nutritional quality than its traditional counterpart by making nutrients unavailable or indigestible to humans. In recent years, health professionals have become alarmed by the increasing number of bacterial strains that are showing resistance to antibiotics. GM crops and their associated herbicides can harm birds, insects, amphibians, marine ecosystems, and soil organisms. They reduce biodiversity, pollute water resources, and are unsustainable. 2. Captive flight trials of anti-radiation missile soon. GS Paper 3, Indigenization of Technology. Why recently in news? Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, has decided to conduct captive flight trials of an advanced, state-of-the-art anti-radiation missile, ARM, in April to May 2016. During captive flight trials, DRDO scientists will evaluate performance of the missile's heat seeker, structural capability, navigation and control system, and aerodynamic vibrations. Later, by end of 2016, actual ground testing will be conducted, and later it will be fired from Su-30 during the actual flight trial. What are the features of the anti-radiation missiles? Anti-radiation missile, ARM, is the air-to-surface tactical missile. It is being developed by Defense Research and Development Laboratory, DRDL. The range of the missile is 100 to 125 kilometers, and it will be mounted on combat aircraft Sukhoi, Su-30, and Tejas light combat aircraft. The missile uses dual-pulse propulsion system. The dual-pulse propulsion will widen the envelope as well as the engagement capability of the missile. After coasting the missile for the required duration by firing the first pulse, the second pulse will be initiated just before interception of the target or during the terminal phase. The missile picks up the radiation or signals of radars and communication facilities and homes onto the targets to destroy them. It will target the enemy's air defense capabilities by attacking radars and communication facilities. Only a few countries, including the US and Germany, have arms at present.